but it's a
One of the longer
5-year-old girl
ones.
throwing a baseball along. It's like wow, really? It looks
Yeah.
like it. Take a look at it. Next time you see him, he's like, boom. So it's pretty bad. And Engineer, knowing that the ult was coming, just doing a great line of sight kite and keeping himself alive, keeping that gold per minute up, and making sure Soul Reaper does not get buff. You know, in the late game, as you were mentioning, obviously they need to force fights. The Hellborn side needs to force fights away from towers, away from buildings. That's going to be the hugest part of the game. But on top of that, Mag, you know, or one of the things in order to do that would be Mag getting that portal key. But something else, I feel as though Engineer really just needs to get buff to the point that those wards don't do a whole lot, or he can just and, you know, burn them down so fast that they're not a huge deal. I mean, they're going to be a huge deal in any team fight, but I'm talking level 20 and beyond, level 22, level 23, level 25 when you're maxed. That's going to be when Engineer's really going to shine against this team. He's going to obviously need to be able to burn through Soul Stealer and burn through Soul Reaper. And I believe at level 25 with the right items, he's going to be able to do that. So they need to force these fights away from towers and survive long enough to make sure that Engineer just gets so buff. And as I'm talking about carry Engineer, he goes ahead and picks up a portal key. Talk to me about the beauty of a portal key Engineer.
Well, like as you were saying on the pick screen, yeah, his ultimate is extremely powerful, and with the positional abilities that you get from a portal key, it's just and just what I was saying earlier, that it's really important for them to be forcing fights, and they can do it really well by blinking in and then establishing that like really strong advantage in team fights from Engineer's ultimate. So that's really good to see, I think. And yeah, I think you're completely right. In the end of the day, when everybody's maxed out, Engineer is going to easily outcarry Soul Reaper and pretty much the whole Legion side. So that's what the UQ want to do here. They want to keep the game going. They don't want to concede those mid towers, and they don't want to concede their base towers or their racks, or else Polywog's going to be really doing damage. So they want to stop the pushes from the Legion side, from 5, by initiating fights away from buildings. So Polywog's ultimate does no damage to the buildings, and then they can start to in the later game, when Engineer is buffer or is buff, he can outcarry the Soul Reaper, and he can start really doing damage with his great scaling, his abilities that scale so well.
Yes, definitely. We do see some potential action in mid. No, those are just illusions. Excuse me, I tricked myself. But yeah, Pyromancer on top with the glowstone. That's interesting. I wonder exactly what she'll be going for. And we do see some action mid. Poly with Staff the Master dropping wards at the defensive tower. This is not looking good for UQ. This is exactly what they did not want to do. Wretched Hag actually getting tongue-tied. Nuked. Engineer Blink ulting, doing lots of damage. Keg going off. Oh, Plago going off. Pyro going off. 2 or 3 different people going down. 4, 5. Wow. Unbelievable team fight. Really, that is exactly why Engineer Blink Dagger is just so huge. Portaling in, kegging Demented Shaman. Demented Shaman probably going to go down. Soul Stealer doing what he can, but Mag Blink stunning. We do see a portal key on Magmus as well. I must have missed that earlier. And overall, no mana left on Mag or on Engineer. But wow, unbelievable. That just goes to show you the team fight capabilities that we were talking about in the picks and ban stage. That between Plague ult, Engie ult, Wretch ult, you know, Mag ult, all of these things, I just see the team fight capabilities hugely in favor. And we do see Soul Stealer coming in here, portaling forward, actually picking off Engineer, and he's going to pick off Plague.
Oh.
Bit of an overplay there by the Hellborn side, who just I'm praising about how great of a mid-game team they have, dying to a solo Soul Stealer who now has Portal Key and Shrunken Head. Wow, Soul Stealer farming really well. Gold per minute at 380 now. Angry Testy at the 294 mark, and that's on Poly. Unbelievable. I mean, I was praising the fact that UQ just got back into this game. They're down by 10,000 gold, 33,000 to 23,000, and I was just thinking like, wow, you know, this gold differential is just so huge, and obviously the Engineer's keeping up, but the rest of the team's just falling behind. Then on top of that, experience is slightly in the favor of 5, but nothing serious, and now they win that huge fight. I was so happy for them. Then they just overplay into a Soul Stealer that blinks in and destroys them. So, you know, you really got to be.
Amazing, I thought.
It was. Soul
was
Stealer
so
did
sweet.
come back in and did a fantastic job. And really, that Soul Stealer now, I wonder what his next item's going to be. Obviously, as the Portal Key and the Shrunken Head, that's pretty common on him, along with the Steam Boots or Post Haste. And we do see the wards being dropped again by Polly. Just as, I don't even have a moment to breathe here. Polly's wards are already up, and she's not even level 16 yet. We do have BKB Soul Stealer coming in here, doing lots of damage. Portal Key and Engineer ult coming in, and he gets taken out so fast by Soul Stealer. Polly, though, needs to be careful. Plague actually takes him down, but Polly's wards doing a whole ton of damage, and we do see a 3-for-1 trade in the favor of Team 5. And excuse me, I did call Soul Stealer Nevermore, I believe, or something like that. And oh no, I called it BKB. That's what I did.
Oh.
Just huge damage coming from Shrunken, or a Magic Immunity coming from Shrunken Head. And yeah, I mean, it's just that Soul Stealer coming in here doing so much damage, hitting for 150 damage plus a hit. And we do see Mag Blink ulting in, trying to do some work. He takes out 2 or 3 of the Hellborn, or of the Legion side. Wretched Hag trying to come in, but she actually dies. Mag needs to get out. And Soul Stealer and Soul Reaper coming in here. Soul Reaper with Gnomes and Shaman's Headdress, so not going to do a whole lot of magic damage to him, especially considering there are 2 healers on the team. Most likely Soul Reaper will be turning that into a Barrier Idol. We do see a Port coming in, Pyromancer stunning, trying to take him out. And we do have Engineer coming in, trying to hit a good keg. He actually hits a keg, but it does not send Soul Reaper back, but instead it sends him up. And we do see Mag portaling in, getting the stun. Plague needs to ult. Can Plague ult? There it is! Plague mini stun from the ult, actually taking out Soul Reaper. Really well done. A lot of people don't know. Plague's ult and Swiftblade ult both have a mini stun on them, so it will break TPs such as the one Soul Reaper was trying to do to get out. And for those of you thinking, oh, Plague shouldn't have blown his ult on just 1 kill, well, it's up in 2 minutes anyways, so not a big deal.
Minute and a half.
That's actually higher levels. It's 1:15 right now, I believe. Yeah, it's essentially 2 minutes, but yeah, obviously when Plague hits 16, that ult very fast, comes up every team fight essentially, if not even every gank you're throwing off. But Polly, I mean, as we were just talking about how great the pushing capabilities are, we're talking about the wards, talking about the team fight. We look down and Polly's wards are down again, and it's not even the 80-second cooldown, it's 95 right now. Con, do you, after that last team fight and push capability, do you see 5 really pulling away with this game?
Well, the UQ didn't concede the barracks, so it's definitely not. I think as soon as they do, I think it's pretty much over, because they can just wait for that mid lane to be close to action. Missing some action in mid though. Really weak ultimate from Engineer there. And he's dead.
Yeah, he was caught way out of position. Polly's ward's going down. Soul Stealer blinking in with with Shrunken Head on, just doing lots of damage. And actually looks as though Plague Rider may get caught here. I believe Portal Key is going to be up very shortly here for Soul Stealer. He's probably going to look to body block the Plague and maybe get 3 nukes off here. Oh! There it is. The triple nuke. Plague needed to dodge or try and maneuver out of that somehow, some way, but it does look as though UQ is 3 down with an open racks. They are waiting for creeps to get in, although they actually do not have to. Backdooring is allowed in this tournament, so we do see Soul Reaper nuking along with Polywog here on those creeps, and the push strat from 5. Here it comes, those dreaded racks that you were talking about that UQ could not afford to lose. And overall, it also does look as though Soul Stealer just out-carrying anything at the moment right now. Level 17, huge items, huge gold per minute, over the 400 mark. He's at 428. Polly himself is at 350, so he's going to be working on probably Refresher. Yep, he's already got the Sustainer for it. So, and he's sitting on, I would assume, a little bit of gold. Yeah, 1,000 gold. So he's probably about 2/3 of the way there after Great Arcania and Sustainer. He's going to be picking up Great Arcania here real shortly. So overall, 5. The hero kills may say 18 to 16, but would you agree with me when we're going to go ahead and say that 5 definitely pulling away here?
Yeah, well, you just take a quick look at the gold. 46k from 47k from 5 and 30k from UQ. I think that's the most important number right now. Just because and racks as well being down. I think UQ are going to have to pull off some impressive stuff to actually come back in this game, because at the moment, 5 have this one. All it is they need another push, or Polly getting his wards off in a good position, and it's